take Heinrich Hartleach. See, Trickler's voice told me this, playing a file in my mind. Heinrich Hartleach, though infirm, was once a Nazi psychosurgeon. He invented the screamers, but I was the only one that could find the cure, and I never told anyone because that would make me expendable. Knowledge is power, Dr. Hazard. Lobotomized. I see. Okay. And so I I know he's a religious man, it says in his files. I know he's kind of believes in some things, so I kind of, do a little bit of preaching myself. I can heal you! And I put him through a little hypnotic stage there. Pull that little pacemaker out of your mouth. Just pull it out of your chest here. Reach on the side there. You can do that in a hypnotic state. Anyone can do that. Just pull it on out and dangle it there. That's right. And he's doing it in his mind. I can tell. That's all I need to know. And I kind of rest my head up against the back of his head, sort of bless him a little bit and pound my head on his. He said, touch is good in therapy. You touch a little bit and it kind of bonds you. Great. And then the buzzer buzzes. Heinrich Hartleach, when you hear that buzzer, you can just be free of this contraption in your chest. I'm playing the trigger in your mind. I think I know who's there. Hello? Dr. Hazard. Yeah. Yes, Head, how are you doing today? I go over to the little window, put it on the conference call. There's a little piece of glass missing the window. I kind of reach my hand out because it's starting to rain. There's a severe storm warning out. I wanted to call down and tell you that, but something seemed to be wrong with your intercom again. Yeah, I'm seeing the jagged edge of the glass there pretty close to my wrist. Yeah, and the rain patters there on my hand. Head, I got a question for you. Yes. Is Trickler dangerous? He's minor stuff. Don't worry about him. It's true. A long time ago, he was in psychological warfare unit out in Fort Riley, Kansas. But don't worry about that. That's all. He was a very small-time person. He has no power. Well, he has a way of kind of getting in your mind, What do you mean? I don't know. Look, I'm afraid. What? Excuse me? That I'm all right. I have my hand out the window and this glop of gooey brown stuff lands on my hand. It looks like phlegm, sputum, and mucus. And I wipe it there on the grass and pull my hand back out of the window there. I just gotta know a few more things about it. There's nothing in his file that kind of made me antsy a little bit. I do have a proposal for his treatment. I think he's at the stage now. He's got all these fantasies about this fantasy woman up the road here. And I really think that he needs to meet her. And by meeting her, he will have power, he will invigorate himself in his treatment, and he'll be able to really come through with some great revelations here. So let's get those two together. What do you think, Head? What do you think? I think that'd be really interesting. I'd love to watch a mental enema through a two-way mirror. No, sir. He's terrified of you. Yeah, Sir, you've got some control over his mind. He's scared of you. He's got all these fantasies about you two. I don't think it's appropriate for you to be listening in as we go through treatment together. I think it would, we ought to just indulge him. We ought to indulge him a little bit. We need to do that. Well, I'm afraid my answer must be no, Dr. Hazard. What if he got violent and mashed your sweet little head on the corner of his desk? What would happen? What would happen then if he did that? No, we don't have insurance to cover that kind of damage. So I'm afraid that I'll have to say no. Well, then I don't want to treat him anymore. No. Dr. Hazard, you're making such marvelous progress. Keep working with it, please, and keep me another report as soon as possible. So, I'll leave the asylum again. I can't help it. Why? Why am I compelled towards trouble? I don't know. I see her house. I stop out there in front of her house. Oh, please. I pull on up the drive. Gotta visit her again. And she goes on whining more and more about these little freaky Cold War fears that she has about her dad and how this house listens. People come down the halls and they scrape along the halls and I hear them. They talk like frogs sometimes and they come down the hall and they say, your daddy wants you. Come here, little girl. And they chase me down. One day they took my daddy away and my mommy away and they came back and they were monsters. And I remember my mom. She just sat up there in the bed. I'm seeing things. I'm just seeing in my mind what she's talking about. And I see her mother there up in a room with this beautiful blue light. And she looks elegant like a statue. And she has all these scabby scars all over her naked skull, no hair, and barbed wire wrapped around and around and around and around her skull there. Some kind of odd stitching that they maybe did back in the 40s or 50s. I don't know. And I'm seeing my mom. And my mom was always up there screaming with my dad. And then something happened with my dad. He took me down into this tunnel, and he said, Mommy needs our help, Mommy needs our help. And he started cutting her, and he pulled staples and safety pins and things out of her head, and he got inside a big sword and pulled her brain out of a jar and stuck it in there and jumper cables. I can remember it all. I can see it all so vividly in my mind, and I'm seeing it all too. And I'm thinking, what is this, some sicko perversion that they all had together or something? I mean, what kind of family is this anyway? I'm getting a little bit sick to my stomach hearing all this. And then Daddy made me do the same thing to me. He says he wanted to cut the dirty secrets out of his head. And so I made me stick things in him too. Oh, jeez, I'm getting sick to my stomach. Oh, what's wrong with this woman? And so he looked in a little mirror and he watched while I probed his brain. You see, there's no nerve cells in the mind. You don't feel any pain up there. Oh, there's nerve cells, all right. No pain cells, though. And so I can just see her. He forced her to watch Mom getting her surgery done. You see, head dropped Mom through the hole, I'm sure. I'm figuring it all out. And so he was there watching in a mirror as she probed, and then he gets a little peaceful, serene look on his face. She must have hid the secret. She cut it out of him, I guess, and stuck it in a jar or something like that somewhere. I don't know what's going on. I'm just seeing, look, I'm getting out of here. It's raining out now. It's raining out. Joan, I gotta go. I had enough. Okay. I might drop by tomorrow or something. You can catch me up at the asylum. Wait a minute. It's raining out. Can't deny that maybe I knew a few things about her dad, and I put a few things together and maybe manipulated her a little bit, but I didn't mind too much. I went upstairs. I put a big box by the heat vent. I put a bunch of clothes along the line there underneath the crack of the door. Stuck a gob of peanut butter there in the place where the key goes. I put a few little sheets up here on the windows, you know, so that no one can even peek through the windows. Not bad. The bathroom, I shut the bathroom door. We're in the dark. I'm kissing her. For a minute, I'm forgetting my troubles. Kissing her. There's a beam of light coming through the moonlight. I love the way it traces across her collarbone. I move her around so she can see it there, and I can see it. What's that? I kiss her, and there's a little freckle. Mole. It's a mole. Scoot her over into the light a little bit. Just that little beam of moonlight. It's right on it. She's got a zit here on her collarbone. It's not a mole. I roll over on my back. Man, I'm dysfunctional. Can't even perform or nothing. I roll over and stare at the ceiling. It's just, what's the matter? It's just, don't touch me. I look up there, and I can see where the little light bulb, naked light bulb would have come through the ceiling there if it had turned on. I can see up there where it comes through the ceiling, there's a black hole up there. I'm wondering maybe he's peeking down at me right now. I cover myself with the covers. I wake up a little bit later. Joan's kind of scrambled out of bed. She opens up the bathroom door. She's in there in the bathroom, and I hear her peeing in there. Sick to my stomach, oh, you freak pervert. And I lay down there for a while. I hear a sound in there. Bathroom light clicks on. He comes running in, dives on me. I shove him against the wall pretty hard. Like, you don't surprise someone like that when they're sleeping, okay? And I shove him up against the wall. What's wrong? She comes right, grabs clean on me. It's in there, get it. What's in there?